All right, here we go. The watch this video for Thursday, June 21st. The SPY gapped up today, kind of a narrow range and closed pretty close to where it opened. Still some good trades. I only took one screenshot today where you can see the call I made, ADOM 146 with a 139 stop, rang the bell. Just to quickly give you a reason for the trade. You had really nice relative volume at the open, so it goes on my radar, right? But I never buy the opening print. I never buy the opening, candle. We wait and see if it gives a setup. So then puts in a lower high, actually decent volume on this little pop, and then flags. So I love it over this lower high. More than likely, with the high relative volume today, if we take out this lower high, we're probably gonna push through the high of day. So you can see that was why I called it 146, 139 stop. That's a great risk reward. You see that little kind of pennant, little flag there with a catalyst above. A high of day break is always a catalyst on a high relative volume stock that gaps up that day, right? But we were able to find a way in below the high of day, so we didn't have to buy the high of day print. So 146, and I don't know, it went to 170 something pretty darn quickly on excellent volume, plenty of liquidity there. So there's an example of the kind of stuff we look for every day and call in our chat room every day. So look down. I'm going to go into the watch list now, but look down below this video if you're on the embedded page. There's links to our free webinars, a lot of good stuff. We get great feedback from our free webinars, our inflection points 1 and 2. All kinds of free webinars. So check that out. There's a link right below this video. All right. There's a link to get 5 years in our chat room for the price of one. There's a link for a free trade idea of the week through trade ideas and so on. So, click around this page when you're done, but I'm going to quit babbling and get into the watch list here. Whoops. GEVO, believe it or not, had this crazy move. When I say believe it or not, I mean believe it or not, I'm going to already start watching this for a turn back up. Nobody thinks this made sense going from 442 a couple sessions ago to 2474 the very next day, right? I mean, but still, usually, even if it's going to retrace all the way back down, and I'm not saying that it is, I have no idea. Usually, you get a sell-off and then you get a nice second bounce. I'd actually like to see this come down another day, but sometimes after one red day, we get a nice setup. So it's already going to go on bounce watch for tomorrow. ASTC, I'm also not a huge fan of playing bounce plays on a stock that gaps up and then sells off the next day too. But again, it's not completely uncommon, or it's not completely unheard of, I should say, for that gap up and then another red day for the third day to turn back up. So that one goes on watch. Dropbox, DBX, really big breakout here, big 3-day move. Now we're 2 days lower. Did hit the 8-day moving average, so I want to watch that one. That's kind of another one I'd like to see come in another day. FORD, not the car company, had a massive move today, 142 to 274 on pretty good volume. Closed well off of its highs, but absolutely worth watching tomorrow for a red to green or something like that. Remember, I'm a day trader, so I'm just looking for ways to make money tomorrow. I'm in cash every night. OGEN, I don't know. I don't love this, but and you see all the spikes that happen in this, they get slapped right back down. So, but it is coming out of a nice area of support. A little bit of extra volume today, barely closing above its open though. Put in a high of 180, but certainly over 180. I don't know. It's got some room to run. It's probably my least favorite on the list, but I still want to watch it. If you watched the video last night, I said I liked LIFE over yesterday's high, which was over 109, and that's exactly how we called it in chat. Called it over that, had a big seller at 109, so I liked it over 109. Basically a break of the 2-day high, and you can see what happened. Broke 109 and went to 136. That's a great percentage gain, and that just goes to show every once in a while I know what I'm doing. I said I like this chart a lot. I told everybody in chat when this was closing this day, I said I like this chart a lot. He had this big pop back here, and then it's coiled, and a big breakout. So anyway, I want to watch it again tomorrow because it still has some room to run if it sets up well. But keep in mind, it really made a nice percentage move today. INSY had this kind of breakout right here out of a 2-month range or so on nice volume. Pulled back in, kind of rounding off the 8-day and curling back up. So let's watch that one tomorrow. NAKD, as far as I can tell, nobody understood the news on this thing, including myself. But it had a massive range. I mean, 463 to 1136 was the range on the day before settling in at 850. So got to have that one on my watch list tomorrow. Dare, this isn't that interesting, but you had the spike here. Then it took out this high back here, kind of flagging ever since. And a little bit of extra volume today. If I show you 5-minute candles, now let's make it 15s. I don't know. You had a couple nice volume spikes. As I talk about this and as I look through it, I don't like it that much, but certainly over today's high, over 145. Maybe you retest and break above this 165 high. So it's worth having on a chart. And then APRI had this big 2-day pop here, flagged, another pop here, and today just very low volume. And I really like the setup. You hit a high of 50 cents here. Yesterday's high 48. I kind of like this, over this 2-day high. Absolutely want to keep this unless and until it rolls over. I want to keep this on my radar because this one might give a good breakout. All right, so let's leave it at that. We'll add some stocks in the pre-market for potential gap and go plays in addition to this list. So that's plenty to watch. Have a great night. We'll see everybody tomorrow.